Biscuits, Pokemon Diamond and Pearl Postgame, Sinnoh Underground. Alright, now there's another little feature that we're going to cover. It's called the Sinnoh Underground. Now, I've already been to the Underground, so I can't really explain it perfectly. But right here, if you talk to this old man right here the first time, he's going to give you the Explorer Kit, and he's going to tell you to explore the Sinnoh Underground. So you go to your key items, and it says right there, Explorer Kit. Use Explorer Kit. You can only use this when you're outside. And it says DS wireless communications launched. I think this is only if you're gonna do something with like connections with like getting flags and stuff, but it doesn't really matter to me. So there's a map. This is where you are. At the very first time you come down here, there's gonna be Rourke, the first gym leader. He's gonna be down here. He's gonna kind of explain some things to you. I'm gonna try to explain what he explains. The entire Sinnoh Underground of Sinnoh is like all of it. There's an entire area underground. Now there's the map of the entire underground Sinnoh. I'm the red dot, and if you see those flashing little yellow stars, those are treasures. Those are little treasures that are around Sinnoh. Now there aren't any treasures in my area. If you see like that area that has all the treasures, it's cut off from my area, so I can't really go over there. So I have to walk around and keep on pressing the touch screen on the bottom, like it'll ping a bunch of times. I have to hope that some treasures will appear on my side. So I'm walking around and running around. I'm hoping for some treasures to appear. No such luck yet. So I'm going to go up here this side. If you notice that the red dot is running around, that's me running around on the touch screen, but I can't really show that because the colors would be getting messed up and I couldn't even show both. So now you see that there's some treasures in my area over up top, so I'm just going to head toward that. The red dot is heading toward the little yellow shiny things. So we're heading up there, and as soon as your red dot is like over those little red shiny things, then you can stop. And now we're gonna head back to the touch screen. Now what you do is you press on the touch screen, it'll ping, and those little you see those shiny things? Those things are the little treasures that are hidden inside the walls of the Sinnoh Underground. So what you do, I'm gonna make sure that there we go. So what you do, you press A, and the wall is bulging slightly. Try digging into it. So you press yes, and this little thing will appear, and it says there are two treasures behind the wall. So what you're doing is you're gonna dig through the wall to the treasures, and there's two ways you can do that. There's little two items you can use. One is a sledgehammer. It does a lot of it. It like goes through a lot of squares, but it kind of makes the wall a lot weaker. I'll kind of explain that a little later. So there is a treasure right there. You dig under, and there's the treasure. Now this is a little pickaxe. What this does, it doesn't make like crush through a bunch of squares at one time, but it doesn't make the wall as weak as the sledgehammer does. And I'll explain that. You see the top thing, you know, the little like zigzag thing up top? That's how strong the wall is. All right, so if it goes all the way off to the left, you'll see I keep on smashing it, and it keeps on going off to the left, which means it keeps on getting weaker and weaker. And if it goes all the way over to the left, then the wall will shake and it'll just collapse, which means that you can't collect the treasures. So if you see what I'm saying, the sledgehammer does a lot more, but it makes the wall a lot weaker. So if you keep on using that, then it'll make the wall weaker really quickly. So now I'm going to show you what I do when I dig underground. This is my strategy. I use the sledgehammer the first way. I just keep on whacking away until I find a treasure. And you see those little ping things. If you see a lot of those, try going to a different area. It looks like there's a thunderstone. So as soon as I find something, I switch to my pickaxe, and I keep on hitting the areas right around the thunderstones so I don't damage the wall make the wall as weak as it'll. Yeah, you kind of understand. You get the picture. That's another item. That's a revive. There's a bunch of items you can find down here. You can find fossils. You can find spheres. You can find thunderstones and rocks and all that stuff. And if you remember me saying you could take the fossils to the Orberg Mining Museum or something, and they'll revive the fossil into a Pokemon. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So you can down here, there's some spheres you can look at. See those spheres? I don't really use those at all. Goods, I don't know what those are. Right here, the treasures is probably the place you'll be looking at most. It has a bunch of the goodie stuff like revives and thunderstones and fossils and all that stuff. Now, let's say you want to put the items in your bag, in your actual bag, while you're playing the game. You click on it and you say put in bag, and it'll automatically be put in your bag. So I also want the sunstone and heat. Yeah, no, that's good. Okay. So I want all those treasures. So now we're gonna go back up. What I like to return. Now I know I did not cover a lot of things in the underground, but that's just a general overview of what you can do, like without a second person to help you get a bunch of flags. Since I don't care about flags, I honestly don't think you'll be making things like your own little base and stuff with a flag. So that's why I didn't cover it, because I'm just expecting you not to be like playing with a second person within like 10 feet of you or something. So now I'm going to show you the items. See, there's a sunstone, there's a thunderstone. So yeah, those items are now in there, and yeah, that's pretty much the Sinnoh Underground. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So next time we're going to be catching some legendaries. See ya.